is News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for joining us tonight. If you've been outside recently, you know it is cold, and we are going to have to get used to it because it'll be sticking around for at least a week. Let's go right to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi with our first Warrant forecast.
Charlotte, every time I step outside, it seems like it's getting a lot colder. You can actually feel it. Fortunately, I'm kind of protected by the building right now from the wind, but the time-lapse from the WIC Skycam shows the clouds moving along at a pretty good clip. That means there's been a fair amount of wind, and you can actually see some blowing snow at times as well. Skies have been partly cloudy through much of the day. No snow across Wisconsin other than up in Lake Superior Snowbelt, up in Iron and Ashland counties, and then on the other side of Lake Michigan into lower Michigan. High temperatures today, mid-teens here in Madison, a few 20s to our east. To the west, temperatures stayed in the lower teens, and here are the current temperatures. Already in the single digits above zero, few places approaching zero to the north, but wind chills make it feel like it's between about 5 and 15 degrees below zero. Wind chill advisories in effect for Juneau and Adams counties in areas to the north and west from midnight tonight through noon on Sunday. Look for temperatures to drop to just below zero here in Madison by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow will turn cloudy. There'll be a few flurries in the afternoon. High temperature only reaching 8 degrees. It turns even colder for tomorrow night, and the coldest here may not arrive until the end of next week. I'll show you why in the forecast in just a few minutes.
In preparation of the bitterly cold, the Salvation Army is opening an overflow day warming center for families. If the Beacon Family Space is at capacity, it will be open from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. every day until next Friday. Lunch and dinner will also be provided. This extreme cold also brings with it the real possibilities of frostbite and hypothermia. Adam Duxter spent the day at Tenney Park seeing how Madisonians are staying warm while still having fun outside.
Hitting the ice at Tenney Park is a tradition almost as old as the city of Madison itself.
This is a good opportunity just to get some exercise.
Brendan Kilcheski says getting some pickup hockey in with his roommates is worth it, even if tonight it means putting on a few more layers.
I wear 2 pairs of socks. Gloves and hat are definitely required.
Well, time on the ice is certainly fun. When it gets to be as cold as it's going to be today and for the next week, it can certainly be dangerous.
Ears are starting to go numb, your fingers are numb, you can't feel your feet. You know, those are some of those early warning signs that you're heading towards frostbite.
Dr. Jeff Potoff says when it's around zero, frostbite can happen in just 15 to 20 minutes. But when wind chills dive deeper into the negatives, like they could next week, it takes even less time.
You think you're doing something that's fairly safe. Certainly when it's 30 degrees outside, it is safe. And now all of a sudden it's 40 below, and you find yourself in a little bit of trouble.
Brendan and his buddies say this isn't their first winter.
Definitely as many pieces of clothing as you can.
And when it comes to dealing with the extreme cold, feel it's always better than the alternative.
In the cold, you can always wear extra layers, but in the heat, you can't continuously get rid of layers.
In Madison, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Dr. Potoff says most cases of frostbite are preventable, but if you find yourself in a situation where you're unable to feel your hands or feet, you might need to visit a hospital. Next at 10, it has been exactly 1 year since the first case of COVID-19 was announced in Madison, becoming the 12th confirmed case in the entire country. And today, on the 1-year anniversary, Wisconsin's death toll has surpassed 6,000. An additional 28 deaths were reported over the past 24 hours. Today's milestone comes as the COVID-19 vaccine continues to roll out across the state. As of this afternoon, more than 659,000 doses of the vaccine have been administered to Wisconsinites. DHS officials say 143,000 people have received both doses of the shot. That's about 2.5% of the state's total population. In Dane County alone, more than 10% of people have received at least 1 dose of the vaccine. That is according to the county's latest numbers, which are updated twice a week on Wednesdays and Fridays. The Iowa County Health Department says it has an agreement with Land's End to use the company's rec center as a COVID-19 vaccination site. Transforming the center at Land's End's Dodgeville headquarters will allow the county to eventually vaccinate up to 1,600 people over 8 hours, making it the largest vaccination center in Iowa County. Governor Evers has vetoed a COVID-19 relief bill the Senate passed earlier today. In a joint statement, Speaker Robin Vos and Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu slammed Evers' decision, saying it appears he cares more about his own power than the people of Wisconsin. Evers agreed to a compromise relief bill with the Senate last month, but that bill has changed a lot since then. The Assembly introduced amendments limiting local public health powers and made it impossible for employers to require the vaccine. The Senate decided to pass the bill with those changes today.
So is this the perfect bill in front of us? No, it might not be the perfect bill. This is a vitally important bill for the state of Wisconsin, and we need everybody to come together, vote for this, and get the governor's signature on it.
Keep in mind, Mr. President, the majority party hasn't done anything for the past 10 or 11 months. And the only bill that's going to pass that deals with COVID-19 in all likelihood is going to be vetoed. So at the end of the day, Mr. President, we're left with nothing.
If the state Supreme Court overturns the governor's current mask order, killing the bill could also terminate $50 million a month in extra federal food stamp aid. This bill is the first relief bill the legislature passed since last April. The CDC says it will release guidance on reopening schools this coming week. It has been almost a year of at-home learning for some, and students are ready to get back in the classroom. But how to minimize the spread of COVID-19 is still a big concern. Even with guidance and regulations, CDC officials say community spread must be down before it is safe for teachers and students to re-enter schools. Congressional Democrats are moving forward with a plan to bypass Republican support for President Biden's nearly $2 trillion COVID relief plan. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she wants the final bill passed within 2 weeks. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
President Biden signaled Friday he's willing to go it alone without Republican support to get his $1.9 trillion COVID relief plan passed.
I'm going to act. I'm going to act fast.
Referencing the latest jobs report, the president says the economy is still in trouble and argues the counterproposal offered by Senate Republicans doesn't go far enough at about a third of the price of the president's plan.
We're being asked to spend another $1.9 trillion to deal with the coronavirus pandemic, and yet we have no idea how much of the $900 billion that we just enacted 5.5 weeks ago has gone out the door.
Middle-class folks need help, but you don't need to get any help to someone making $300,000 or $250,000.
In his first television interview since being sworn in, the president tells CBS Evening News anchor Norah O'Donnell that he's willing to compromise on who receives $1,400 stimulus checks and on his plan for a $15 minimum wage.
I'm prepared, as President of the United States, on a separate negotiation on minimum wage to work my way up from what it is now.
Meanwhile, the administration continues its push to ramp up vaccinations. In New York, the legendary Yankee Stadium has turned into a mass vaccination site that will serve Bronx residents only.
The Bronx has been disproportionately affected by the pandemic, and so we have to go where the need is.
And heading into Super Bowl Sunday, federal health officials are urging Americans to avoid parties.
There will be no loitering on Bourbon Street.
The mayor of New Orleans is ordering bars closed citywide starting next Friday through Mardi Gras Day on February 16th. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
New tonight, dozens of House Republicans want the fencing around the U.S. Capitol to be removed. Barbed wire fencing was installed around the Capitol complex after the January 6th insurrection. Today, a group of 42 House Republicans sent a letter to Speaker Nancy Pelosi. In it, they called for the removal of the fencing and for the National Guard troops to be sent home. They said they're concerned about reports the fencing may become permanent. Governor Evers says his upcoming budget proposal will include more than $43 million for the state's agriculture industry and farm families. The proposal will aim to expand market opportunities, support new and innovative farming practices, strengthen the agricultural workforce, and connect local food producers to food banks and pantries. His full budget proposal will be unveiled in a statewide address on Tuesday, February 16th. The judge in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial will hold a hearing next week on whether to issue a new arrest warrant for the teenager or raise his bail. This comes after Rittenhouse moved out of this location in Antioch, Illinois, and into a safe house after posting the $2 million bail and doesn't want to give out the address unless it's sealed. Today, Rittenhouse fired his attorney. Los Angeles attorney John Pierce had been at the forefront of Rittenhouse's defense. He helped raise money to post that $2 million bail in November and also hired attorney Mark Richards to handle the proceedings here in Wisconsin. Still to come tonight, how long we can expect the bitter cold to stick around. But first, the extraordinary task of securing the Super Bowl. A behind-the-scenes look at how it's being done next.
Madison's biggest President's Day appliance sale starts now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Get guaranteed delivery in 5 days or less on in-stock appliances, including special doorbusters like these. And no interest financing for 18 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
I like to move it. I like to move it.
Ready to move on from workouts like this? Now through February 11th, join Planet Fitness for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. With all this variety, you can move it in our clean and spacious clubs and use the crowd meter in our app for the best time to visit so you can work out with plenty of room to move. America, your fitness is essential. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Deal ends February 11th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, get $1,500 customer cash on a new 2021 Highlander Hybrid. Visit Toyota.com to learn more. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Frank Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks at air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit frankconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin starts now at Ashley Home Store. Get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. Ashley Home Store.
Saturday morning, we're just a day away from Super Bowl Sunday. We take a look at how local restaurants are celebrating.
And Dana Fulton is tracking our freezing temps as more alert days continue. Join us Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Next month, crews will begin work on the new Beltline Flex Lane. The lane will be built between Whitney Way and the interstate and will allow people to use the shoulder during peak travel hours. The construction is slated to begin in March, and the DOT says the project should be wrapped up by late this year or early 2022. With Super Bowl 55 just 2 days away, law enforcement agencies in the Tampa area are expressing concern over lingering threats of domestic terrorism. There is no specific credible threat for the Super Bowl, but the city is being watched from the land, air, and sea. Jamie Yukas has a look at some of the unique security challenges at a tense time.
1,000 feet above Tampa, Customs and Border Protection agents are scanning the skies for anything suspicious.
Anywhere there's a large gathering of people, Air and Marine is overhead providing that safety and security.
We flew with Agent Todd Gale. On game day, his team will be responsible for securing a 30-mile restricted flight zone around Raymond James Stadium.
If it's a serious threat, we are working hand in hand with the Department of Defense, and they can deal with those threats as they deem necessary.
F-15 fighter jets will also be on standby, prepared to shoot down any threatening aircraft.
This really does have to be
a huge coordinated effort between so many different agencies.
Yeah, absolutely. They take this very serious. There are a lot of components, both in the air, on the ground, and on the water.
That's where the Coast Guard offers another layer of protection. Tampa's waterfront is hosting the NFL's Super Bowl experience, drawing thousands of fans each day. Since the September 11th attacks, the Super Bowl has been treated as a potential target. Networks of security cameras watch every move. Incoming deliveries are scanned with giant X-ray machines. Tampa has hosted 4 Super Bowls before, but this one presents a new challenge for the city's top cop, Chief Brian Dugan.
Having the home team here just creates a whole new dynamic. We've got to figure out a way to keep everybody safe and secure, but yet be fan-friendly at the same time.
Do you feel the pressure?
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's pressure there. It's more of a constant worry. Do you have enough people? Have we thought of everything?
Chief Dugan will have the help of more than 500 Homeland Security personnel, along with the NFL security team, the FBI, and hundreds of police officers from across the country. Securing the stadium is the easy part, Dugan told us. His biggest worry, what could happen outside of it Sunday night.
The number of parties that have popped up for Sunday is just blossomed out of control.
You're nervous if the Bucs win.
I'm nervous because I just don't know what's going to happen. The crowd of people, they're going to want to celebrate, and where are they going to go?
And you don't want anything to happen.
Right. We don't want to see anybody get hurt.
It's not just about securing around the football stadium. The majority of NFL events are happening here along Tampa's waterfront. As you could see, that has the Coast Guard on high alert, as well as 70 other law enforcement agencies. Jamie Yuka, CBS News, Tampa.
And tomorrow night, take a look back at the Green Bay Packers season in a half-hour special, including who might be on the team next year and a special perspective on the past season from Manitowoc Minute's Charlie Barons. That airs at 6:30 tomorrow night right here on News 3 Now. And if football isn't your thing, the nation's first dogs will make an appearance at Puppy Bowl on Sunday. Major and Champ will be alongside First Lady Jill Biden in a public service announcement that will air during the event. Puppy Bowl airs every Super Bowl Sunday on Discovery Plus channel. Among other things, the event promotes adopting shelter pets, which is fitting because Major is believed to be the first former shelter dog to live in the White House. And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi with a look at our bitterly cold forecast.
I'm sure my dog Joe will be watching the Puppy Bowl as well, because it's just too cold to go outside for a lot of animals. In fact, if you have animals that are outside, this is the time that you might want to think about bringing them in, because the cold is going to be around for such a long period of time. Doppler track right now, pretty quiet across Wisconsin. To the east, it's a different story. Heavy lake effect snow squalls on the other side of Lake Michigan, thanks to lake effect snow there. Winter weather advisories are in effect well to our south for tomorrow as a weather system passes by across Illinois and Iowa. We'll be on the northern fringes of it and could catch a couple of flurries. Of more importance to us is the bitter cold. Wind chill advisories already in effect for Juneau and Adams counties from midnight tonight through noon on Sunday. Farther to the north and west, those advisories run until Tuesday morning, and then farther to the north, a wind chill watch in effect for northeastern Minnesota. Wind chill warnings already in effect for parts of North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, where wind chills through Tuesday morning could be as cold as 50 degrees below zero. At that point, you have frostbite in just a few minutes on exposed skin. Current temperatures are in the single digits above zero through much of Wisconsin, although Rhinelanders at 1 below zero, already below zero across northern portions of Minnesota. This is what it feels like with the wind chills, though. For the most part, wind chills are now dropping into the teens below zero. By morning, they'll probably be down into the mid-20s below zero. The reason we're going to see this bitter cold air, upper level winds right now are from the northwest, right out of central Canada, funneling the cold air down. But this is just the southern edge of this massive cold air mass, which is normally farther to the north, over the North Pole. But what's happened is the jet stream has started to buckle over the Pacific Ocean. That's starting to drive milder air up into Alaska, dislodging the cold air and eventually sending it south. And what's more, it's kind of a whirlpool in the air that's kind of cut off from the main jet stream. This is what we refer to as the polar vortex. It's an area of low pressure aloft that continues to spin around and has the core of the coldest air. And that starts to drop southeastward, probably reaching us from Friday into Saturday. That's when the bulk of the cold air will be here. That's when we could see wind chills perhaps as cold as 40 below zero here. And then even as we head into the early part of the following week, we're still looking at very cold, below normal temperatures. Weather track right now, again, the first surge of the cold air already starting to push into our part of the Midwest. Another cold front is driven southward into Missouri. They had temperatures in the 50s over southern Missouri right now, but now it's the cold air that's just continuing to pour in from the north and west. When skies clear out at night, those temperatures really can nosedive. Tomorrow we'll have a little cloud cover during the day. Again, that weather system to our south might give us a couple of flurries during the afternoon, but look at how we clear out for Sunday morning. That's when we could look for temperatures to be in the teens below zero, actual air temperatures with wind chills perhaps as cold as 35 below zero. Overnight, low of 2 below zero, partly cloudy, breezy, bitterly cold, wind chills down to 25 below zero by morning, and tomorrow a high of 8 as we turn cloudy in the afternoon, maybe a couple of flurries. As we look at future track wind chills beginning early Saturday morning, they start out in the teens below zero. Even during the day, those wind chills stay below zero, and then by Sunday morning, they really nosedive into the 20s to perhaps around 30 degrees below zero through much of southern Wisconsin. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, alert days are in the forecast all the way through Saturday of next week for that bitterly cold temperatures. All of these days, temperatures stay in the single digits above zero, and nighttime low temperatures run right around 10 below zero. Even by the end of next weekend, temperatures rebound back to around 20, and that's still about 10 degrees below average. We could see some snow on Monday and Thursday as well.
All right, Gary, thank you. Just ahead in sports, the Badgers skate by the Gophers with ease. The big third period that put Wisconsin on top for good is next in sports with Zach.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Sunroom savings season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
It's time for the Great American Sales Event at your local Ford store. Celebrate with FlexBuy. Get 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,000 President's Day cash on top of other offers on select SUVs. With deals on America's best-selling brand, now's a great time to buy. Hurry in or shop online before February 15th. Get FlexBuy on a 2020 Escape with 0% APR for 66 months. And with President's Day cash, get a total $3,000 cash back. Celebrate now during the Great American Sales Event.
These deals are amazing.
I know. How do we get them?
Okay, we have to be very subtle about asking, like this.
Like this?
No, like this.
Actually, you don't have to do any of that. Switch and get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free.
Even without the...
You would have gotten it anyway.
Cool.
Get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
I said, oh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep. One touch. I said, oh, when I'm like this, you're
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to
go ahead and smile.
Sunroom saving season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Let CoolView show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
Wisconsin versus Minnesota. It doesn't really get any bigger than that in college hockey. The first time these two teams played, they split with the Badgers taking game one and handing the Gophers their first loss of the season. That series was in Madison. This one is in Minneapolis. Third period tied at 1, and Cole Caulfield sends a shot into the back of the net. The NCAA's leader in goals added 2 more to his tally tonight. And then Dylan Holloway skates right by 2 Gophers and gets saucy on the tender. Badgers scored 3 goals in the final 7 minutes to beat the Gophers again, 4-1 the final. Same 2 teams going at it on the women's side, and the Badgers were down early and late. 3-2 with less than a minute to go, and Britta Curl sends this one into overtime. And in OT, guess who? Daryl Watts goes top shelf to end the game. Badgers take game 1, 4-3 in overtime. Badger volleyball also in action tonight. Wisconsin hosting Rutgers. UW already up a set, and Dana Retke welcomes the Scarlet Knights to her block party. Badgers took the first 2 sets, and you already know that it's over after that, right? Third set, they set up Molly Haggerty, and she finds the hole for the point. Scotty takes it in straight sets. Brutal might be the best way to describe the month of February for the Wisconsin men. 4 out of their next 6 games are against ranked teams, starting with number 12 Illinois tomorrow. The Badgers haven't forgotten what happened the last time they played each other. Last season, the Illini came into the Kohl Center and left with a 1-point win. So Saturday, it's all about revenge for UW.
You know, I haven't got a chance to watch last year's game, but I definitely remember a lot of the plays, and I remember kind of being in control of that game for just about like 37, 38 minutes. Then they got hot at the end, made some big plays, and you look at the scoreboard. No time was left, and we lost, and you kind of didn't really know how that happened. So, you know, we have some revenge to pay back from last year. They took one from us at the Kohl Center.
Bucks taking on the Cavs in game 1 of their 6-game road trip. This one was close in the 4th until Drew Holiday steps back and splashes home the triple. Holiday was 8 of 9 from the floor, and then Giannis, well, he was doing Giannis things. The dunk for 2 of his game-high 33. Bucks win their 3rd straight, 123-105. And Steve Stricker picked up right where he left off yesterday at the Waste Management Open. On 15, the Edgerton native pulls the string on his approach to walk the ball closer to the hole. He tapped that in for birdie. And then on 17, gonna sink another one. Stricker dropped in 6 chirpers. He's 11 under, tied for the lead. Man, that weather looks nice. We're back after this.
Consider all the great wedges we've seen Strick hit over the years.
Another example here at 17.
This was a pearl, and it was a completely different shot. He had to lob that almost.
Looking for a sofa? Looking for a chair? You haven't shopped furniture in Madison until you've shopped Dwellings, Madison's best-kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous new showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
3
3 days only, shop the biggest appliance sale of the year at Grand Appliance. Save on early President's Day price drops combined with grand exclusive rebates worth up to $700 off top appliance brands. Get unbeatable deals like this Frigidaire 4-piece stainless steel package for just $16.88 after rebate, February 4th, 5th, and 6th, exclusively at Grand Appliance. Shop grandappliance.com or a store near you. Grand Appliance and TV. Trusted since 1930.
Ready?
No.
No.
Yes, you are. You ready? Yes, you are. Are you ready to go to sleep for real?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Guess what? You get 2 kisses. Very good. And one more for good luck.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know it needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
Looking for a sofa? Looking for a chair? You haven't shopped furniture in Madison until you've shopped Dwellings, Madison's best-kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous new showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Packers 2021, a look back Saturday at 6:30. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, it is getting cold outside, but some of the animals at the Henry Vilas Zoo are loving it, especially the polar bears and seals. The zoo manager says most of the animals are moved indoors in this cold, but some stay outside. Those that do, they get added bedding to stay warm and even get paths snow-blowed into their exhibits to help them move around easier. Gary, to each his own.
I'm glad somebody's enjoying the cold weather. It's not me, that's for sure. Wind chill advisories are already in effect for Juneau and Adams counties from midnight tonight through noon on Sunday. Current temperatures are in the single digits above zero. Lone Rock already down to 2. Wind chills approaching 15 below zero in many spots. High tomorrow, about 8 degrees, maybe a flurry in the afternoon. Alert days in the forecast all the way through Saturday of next week for bitter cold. Could see some snow Monday and Thursday as well.
All right, thank you, Gary. Thank you for joining us. Do something good, stay warm, and have a great weekend.